Coming up on this edition of Reel to Reel, keep you informed on what's happening in our classroom.
That's right, from important dates to upcoming games and even our next projects, we've got you covered.
All this and more coming up on this jam-packed edition of Reel to Reel.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the latest edition of Reel to Reel. I'm your favorite host, a senior from Lubbock High, Jeremiah Brintz.
And I'm Taylor Reed, also a senior from Lubbock High. As we record this today, we have just wrapped up our second week of school, and we have been working hard in Mr. Ward's class.
That's right. This week, we've just finished up our first podcast of the year, ranging from conversations between yourself to the top 10 of our favorite snacks. Our second-year students have improved a ton, doing things faster than before. Here's a direct quote from our very good Mr. Ward that he told Ms. Sewell. "I can't rave about these students enough. They are prepared for second year." You heard that right. We are prepared. Now, Taylor, what can you tell us about what we've done and what we're doing?
I'm glad you asked. I can honestly say that we couldn't have timed up our podcast at a better time, as we're about to take part in our first Student Television Network pop-up competition of the year, and the prompt, podcast. Starting the week of September 6th through the 13th, we'll be teamed up with students from all over the nation, and we'll have to tell a story by only using sound. No doubt, this sounds like so much fun. And Jeremiah, I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to interacting with students from all over the country.
Oh yeah, this is going to be one interesting journey. When Mr. Ward told us about it, that was the one thing that I was really excited about. Now, we know what's happened and what's happening, but what about what's going to happen next? Well, we are going to dive headfirst into a series called The Problem Solvers. I bet we can honestly say that we know someone that does so much better, but never gets the credit. Well, it's now their time to shine. No doubt, Taylor, this will be a feel-good series and one that I'm super excited to bring to our wonderful viewers here at Lubbock ISD TV.
It really is. And now it's time for our first commercial break. So when we return, we are going to see how the first day of school went for so many of our fellow Lubbock ISD students. And we hear from our own Zachary Tanin and his record performance. Stay with us. Reel to Reel will be right back on LASD TV.
We really leave it up to the students to kind of drive their own projects the way that they want to, whether it's a podcast talking about whatever issues or topics or hobbies that they feel like, or if you're making short films, making commercials, what is it that you enjoy, that you like? And we kind of let students have their own creativity in those ways that they can kind of do what they're excited about.
Hi, I'm Cassie Sanders. I teach floral design at the ATC. We have a wonderful floral class at the ATC. We're actually partnered with United Supermarkets, and we offer lots of real-world experience.
Hi, my name is Ellie. This is my first year in floral, and I really love this class because of how interactive it is and how we get to learn everything there is to know about the industry.
And then after we learn all of our material, at the end of the year, we get to take a floral certification where we can be certified to work anywhere, including United.
Man, my goal with the students, really our whole role here is to get these guys ready to enter the workforce. They may go into construction, they may not, but really our goal is to give them some, not just the technical abilities to do the kind of jobs that we promote, but also just to give them some life skills, how to show up on time, how to be a hard worker with a great work ethic.
I mean, I had no idea that I'd get it to where I am right now. I figured, I just learned a little bit here or there, and go from there, but it's definitely turned into something that I could easily see in my future.
Welcome back to Reel, a student-produced show right here on Lubbock ISD TV.
In the first part of the show, we spotlighted some important dates and told you what we were doing in the classroom. But now, let's transition to something our teachers filmed to start the year.
Yeah, Taylor. In fact, it was the first day of school. All of the Lubbock ISD TV teachers went to more than a dozen schools to capture the best moments from the first day. Mr. Lawson has the story.
It's gonna be a great year! Woo! It's gonna be good! Have a good day! Welcome back, Lubbock ISD! Today we've got some big! Ready to be back at school! How's it going? Good morning, how are you? It's gonna be good! It's gonna be good! Y'all have a good day, okay? It's gonna be good. Did you bring your lunchbox?
It's gonna be good.
You know, Jeremiah, I think it's going to be a good year.
No doubt, it's gonna be good. Now, let's transition to something really cool. During the second week of the school year, Lubbock ISD had a first. Yes, we started back in 1985. But for the first time ever, we had a student in the TV booth as a color analyst for a football game.
That's right, Jeremiah. And right now, I'll send it over to Mr. Ward at the interview set, who's standing by with the student. Mr. Ward?
Yeah, thank you so much, Taylor. And you are exactly right. Our very own Zachary Tarin did the station first by being the first ever student to put the headset on and be in the booth. And I must say, Zach absolutely killed it. And he is joining me now here on the interview set. Zach, first of all, thank you for coming on. And, you know, what was your initial reaction after we got done with our first broadcast?
I had a lot of fun. I just thought it was really fun to be up there in the booth, just talking about football. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was just a couple guys talking a little bit of sports up there. But there was a lot of homework that went into this. You had to prepare for it. Talk about what you had to do to get ready for the broadcast.
Oh yeah, well, looking up Midland Greenwood and Estacado's rosters, of course. Looking up star players and impact players to know what to look for, know how to pronounce the names especially.
Right.
So.
Did a lot of homework going into it. Now you kind of set the bar pretty high for whoever the next student is, and that's got to make you feel pretty good that the teachers, the staff members were so proud of you that now the expectations for the next student is pretty high.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
got a button up, suit and tie. What are you going to wear for the next game?
We're going light gray suit, white shirt, and I'm thinking since Coronado, of course I'm a Coronado student, so got to wear a red tie, you know?
Yeah, we might have to make sure it's unbiased and all of that during the game.
Maybe, who knows?
Probably not. Probably not. We weren't very unbiased when Estacado was playing, that's for sure.
I don't think so.
If you had to give some keys to victory, though, for a student that's going to be up in the booth next broadcast, what would you tell them?
Be yourself, especially. I would say have fun with it. It's a cool experience. Like, you're up there, you're watching it. It's really fun. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to talk, especially, because I was in the first quarter. And you'll progressively get good. Don't worry about messing up.
Right. And have you watched the game since?
I have not, actually. I still have not.
You probably should do that. Yeah?
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to see myself.
It was really cool having you in the booth. Exciting that you were able to break a record. We've been doing this program since 1985. Our first broadcast was in the late 90s, and Zach, in 2021, was the first ever student to get in the booth, and I think that's so awesome. Looking forward to having you in the booth again, and now we're going to send it back over to Jeremiah Brents as he's at the desk. Jeremiah.
Thanks so much, Mr. Ward. Zach was in my class last year, and I am so proud of my friend for being the first ever to do that.
Jeremiah, I think it's time for another commercial break.
No doubt. And still to come on Reel to Reel, we continue on with our sports connection.
That's right, so stay with us. Zach will be joining us again right here on Lubbock ISD TV.
These are 5 reasons why you should join Lubbock ISD. Number 1, you get the hands-on experience of television media, from running the teleprompter operator to directing and being the talent. Recently, Lubbock ISD has added a new part of their program, which is drones. So that means us Lubbock ISD students can get certified in drones. That means a lot of money in your career. Enjoy. Reason number 3, as Mr. Ward says in his classroom, everything is competition. So it's not surprising to find out that Lubbock ISD competes in Student Television Network, also known as STN, and Skills USA. And that's brag, we're pretty good. Reason number 4, you get to work the game and you get to see the game for free. That includes all Lubbock ISD sports. Hey, that's my best friend. Let's go. The 5th and the most important reason why you should join Lubbock ISD TV is to become part of our family. We are Lubbock ISD TV! Woo! So what are you waiting for? Come join.
Welcome back to Reel to Reel, a student-produced show only on Lubbock ISD TV. I'm Zach Tharin, a junior from Coronado with your sports report. As you heard moments ago in my interview with Mr. Ward, this season has been a season of firsts for us here at Lubbock ISD, and that will continue in the coming weeks. Here's our schedule for all the football games that the students and staff of LISD TV will be bringing you. On Friday, September 10th, we have a doubleheader at Lowry Field as Monterey hosts Midland High at 4 p.m. And right after, then Lubbock High hosts Plainview at 8 p.m. The following week, we will feature 2 games in 2 days, starting with Midland High coming back to town to take on Coronado on the 16th. And then on Friday the 17th, Levelland and their new coach, Lyle Leong, will face Coach Steven and the Lubbock High football team. Of course, you can catch the Thursday night games on Fox 34 News Now with David Thedford on the call. But what about Friday night games? Well, we've received a lot of questions on how to watch those games. And I will tell you, and I'm here with all the answers. According to UIL, we aren't allowed to put the Friday night games on TV airways like we do the Thursday night games. But we are allowed to stream the games. So if you want to catch the Friday night games, you can watch them on NFHS Network. When you get on their website, you just type in Lubbock ISD or the name of the team that is playing, and it will pop up. Of course, it is pay-to-watch service, but the prices are super affordable. In fact, my mom and Mr. Ward's mom tuned in last week, and we're super impressed with the quality of the programming that we produced. So make sure you tune in to every broadcast brought to you by the students and staff of Lubbock ISD TV. Now, if you plan on coming to the games, there's some super important information you need to know. Of course, the clear bag policy is in effect for every game at Plains Capital Park at Lowry Field. And if you want to buy tickets, you can buy them starting the week of the game on Monday online. So search Lubbock ISD on your web browser, select athletics, and you'll be able to buy tickets from there. Of course, if you want to buy tickets at the gate, they will be $10 now. Keeping it with the Lubbock ISD sports, football isn't the only game happening right now. As you are about to see, we have tons of events happening across the board. As I speak today, high school golf is in qualifying, varsity tennis is already underway, serves up in the gyms as volleyball season is in full swing, and we will be broadcasting 3 volleyball games this year. Those dates are in the upcoming shows. That's your sports connection. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on Reel to Reel, only on Lubbock ISD TV.
Now or never.
Well, we made it to the last part of the show, and I must say, it flew by.
Yes, it did. So on behalf of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV, we want to thank you so much for tuning in to the latest edition of Reel to Reel.
Yes, we do, and we will be back real soon with all the news and updates within Lubbock ISD. But until then, stay safe and stay healthy.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.